Hello and welcome to episode 22 of our Folktales Hard Mode playthrough on the Oasis map. We're in cycle 28, day 12, and we are in a bad tide. We have 20 days left of this bad tide. We are getting towards the end of this playthrough. We are starting to build our monuments up here, and we are also putting in the monument area where the beavers will walk up and then they will come into this what I hope will be a glorious looking pathway. We do still have some work to do. So the supply chain for this is probably struggling a little bit. I think we have the metal blocks has started to recover, but the treated planks are definitely on the wane. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to put in a couple of wood workshops just to help them out. We have I would say we have the beavers, but we don't. So let's get into that. Why is the sound on the game very low? Is that a bit better? Maybe that's a bit better. Anyway, we will put in a wood workshop. So that will be... Where is it? There it is, wood workshop. So we'll put two wood workshops here at the back. And hopefully that will just improve things a little bit. I am just going to pause you a second while I look at the sound. And hopefully that will be much better for you. So we've hopefully put in a bit more supply, and we are going to do today what I said we were going to do, and we're going to put in the Beaver Soho Farmhouse spa area and the Beaver Funfair, or British Travelling Fair as I called it last time. So first things first, we're going to come over here, and because we're about to reach powering these underneath, the longest project ever in this series, we are going to plan this out over here. So what we're going to do, so we're going to delete the top one here because I want to put in a windmill on top. More power security for us. Yeah. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put in a load of dynamite and they can come and blast all this up. So I am going to speed it up so we move through this bad tide quicker. So we will... I don't think we'll actually come from the front. I think we'll just go from the back. We'll just come from the back. So we'll delete that. Put some dynamite in. So where is the dynamite? Landscaping. I think I'd know that by now. So if we come 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't think I'm going to go mad with this array because we do have the other array. I just wanted to leave something up here because we did have it before. So if we do something that looks a bit like that, I think that'll be okay. And then maybe we'll come over here if we're free. And we'll let them come and put all that in, and then we'll come back and check on that. So, Beaver Soho Farmhouse. What do I envisage this looks like? Well, I would like to have it green. So we will put in a water dump back here. So let's get some water dumps down here. We will just have this all the way along, and then I'll let them put that in. As for the fun fair now, the fun fair is going to have carousels in it. It's also, we're going to try and pseudo make it how a British fun fair would be, as much as I can with beavers. So I will try my best. It might not be, it's not going to be 1 for 1, but you know, we can only try. So where are we? Wellbeing. So we are going to unlock the carousel. Maybe we'll pop one here. And power is going to be an issue, but I said I was not going to subject you to more tunnelling. However, we are not that far away. So I don't know whether you would permit me one indulgence of tunnelling over here. I think you would, just so that we can get it connected to the network. So if we come out here like this, all the way around here, over here, a little bit of junk there, and if we need to keep coming, I say you permit me a little bit of tunnelling. This is probably more tunnelling than is required, and that will come up roughly there. So if I start to stick some dynamite in there, that'll be fine. And we'll put the dynamite there. So what else would the funfair look like? Well, the beavers need somewhere to live, and we don't really have different homesteads here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a where the travelling beavers would live, and I'm going to put in a triple lodge here. I'm not really sure what to put on top of it. Part of me says I should put a. I think I might actually just leave it blank. We are just going to leave that blank. So this is kind of where they're going to have. What decorations can we put around by this? We do have wooden fences. So what I could do is I could do like a fenced off area, like a keep out kind of thing. This is where the worker beavers at the fair work. So they are going to have that as their area. We're going to put in like maybe a scarecrow, bit of intimidation, a wind gauge on top of the house. Bullets and poles seems a bit too much. And a hammock over here. That could be restful. And there's not too many things that I can actually put that sort of suit it. I mean, we're going to go with that. We'll see what that looks like. How'd they built these? And do we have beavers? We do have more wood workshops. Are we producing more planks? Yeah, that remains to be seen. But they are doing stuff. They're putting all of this in. And let's go check over here. Sorry, I know I'm flitting between projects again, but I, for the sake of getting this built and in, I would like to just, yes, of course. So, 1, 2, 3, like so. And then we will put the windmills on top. And then hopefully we have another functioning array. Just to take the load. I don't want another aquifer situation again. So we'll pop that there. And that should all be connected. Are we coming down here to the bottom of the map? And yes, we are connecting. Well, we're not connected yet. So let's get the. Let's run that round to there. And they are coming in and doing this. So that's excellent. Pop that there for now. And I'm just going to go check power. Let's just go check power. Excellent. They are they actually full? No, they're not full, but they are getting there. Thanks to this monstrosity. Okay, so back to the... Ooh, lag. Back to the business at hand. So let's keep putting this in. And keep going down. Oh. Have I made a boo-boo? Is water gonna... No, I haven't. That's an accidental. Good job. So we're going to detonate all this. And then I'm going to make them put dirt back on top of it. Just so that we greenify it, because this is posh beaver land. This is very posh beaver land. So, did I not go far enough with that? And let's put some fluid dumps in. Oh no, that's a... There we go. I don't really want it coming from that direction, so we will get rid of... We'll get rid of this path. This path should not exist. I mean, I probably should take out all of this ugly over here. Yeah, let's just get rid of all of it. We're not coming over here again. Let's take it all out. I might leave access to the aquifers over the other side just in case. I might leave that path in there. But the rest of this... needs to go. So, more zoning out from me. I'm trying to get better at not zoning out. So we're going to put that in, and then we will have a path come around here. So that we will put that in. So that could be like the service entrance. So what we're going to do, we are going to... Can I put some more dirt on top of this? I could put dirt there, but I can't put dirt there. Okay. They've come in and put the houses for the beavers in. So this is a fun fair. So we're going to put the carousel on top, aren't we? Roughly there. So let's plan out what else we got going on. What else do you have in a fair? So you would have a grill. So this is basically where they're gonna, you know, serve food to the fairgoers. So if we pop that maybe there. It's kind of hard to plan this without the carousel actually being in situ. So I will try my best. So we're gonna have a grill. Let's put a bakery in as well, I guess. Do we want the bakery to be? Do we want the food area to be all together, or would we have like a separate food bit? I mean, we could put that there, and then we would have like a warehouse that would sell the food. So maybe if we have no, we want baked potatoes to be sold from here, and we're going to put it's meant to be a fair. We're going to put a little. Why can't I put a little roof on top of it? What? Why is that stopping me? Am I on a... I was on a certain level. That is why. So if I come back to here, decoration, roof. So pop that there. Okay. What else of the in the well-being can sort of suffice? I mean, the agora could actually be part of the fair. I mean, that could be... I'm not sure we get it in over here. Let's park that for now. Detailers are definitely going to be part of the fair. So detailers come and get your your fake tattoos. So if we put one of them there and put another one there, and we're going to put in what else? Medical bed, no. Shower, no. Toothbrush sign. I guess we could have a campfire. Campfire is like a nice socialising area at the fair. Put that next to the tattoo machine. This is not my finest work, I'd like to point out. This is really not my finest work. And then we're going to have some more food stalls. So we're only going to have small storages because I think it just suits the look of it better. So we have like a couple, and then that there. And then what we could also do is we could have a couple of lanterns as like decorations. Let's leave them to build that for now. How are they getting on with this? They are not getting on with this at all. I have asked them to do quite a lot of stuff, so... And they are putting all of this in. Bless their cotton socks. And then we will cover that in dirt, and it will look seamless. How are they getting on down here, just perchance? I would like them to have this connected up. So, actually, yes, we can connect this up with power. Run that all the way there. And then we can delete that, and then that can be powered, and then that can be our... Get this built. And then we never have to come down here ever again. Never, ever again. I mean, I say that as we have started tunneling this out. But it's not taking as long because it's not as far to walk. And how... Is this dynamite in here yet? No, come on. Up that. So, back to our fair. I feel like I would like a large windmill in the fair. I feel like... Does it look industrial? Does it? We could actually have a power wheel as like a ride, couldn't we? It's like one of them... Maybe if we have back-to-back power wheels. These are not powering anything. However, they will go against each other. So, I don't know. I want a little bit more decoration on the ground, actually, between stuff. I had a vision in my head how this would look, and some of the beaver stuff just doesn't work too well with it. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just in my head. I did have a bit more of a better vision for the Beaver Soho Farmhouse. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over. We'll get rid of this path. Because this is like... doesn't need to be there. We'll come off here. And then we're going to have this path up here like a central procession? Processional, is that right? We're going to put loads of hedges in. Either side, like so. And we might delete a few hedges. Like here and here. So that we can have a path off We will come back to the hedges actually. Hedges. So the hedges will come around here actually and cover this up so that they can't see the entrance. They don't want to see the entrance. And what we'll do is we'll come around down to there, and this will come and cover down to here. So this is kind of like the work entrance, you know what I mean? And we're gonna have paths coming off here for like little areas for them to do stuff. So we will put a campsite in over here as well. So this is like a little beaver socializing bit. I mean, we could put one here as well, but I don't want it to be super symmetrical. So we will put in, I was thinking maybe we could have a path down here with a little bit of shrubbery. You know, a little bit, maybe a shrub there, shrub there, shrub there. Some benches. Oh, not like that. And a couple of hammocks at the end. Now, they also need to be able to get their drinks, don't they? So they're going to be drinking lots of cocktails, lots of like nice mineral water. So what I thought we would do is we would put in a storage. So the storage for water, supply, obtain, and which did we think looked most? I think that looks most like a cocktail. So we'll have that as a small tank for catalyst. And we will obtain, prioritised by haulers. So we have this little garden, little socialising area, and we're going to come up to here to the main event. So up here, we're going to come off the side here, and off the side here, and they need somewhere to eat. So what we're going to do is we're going to do similarly to what we put over in the fair, but I'm going to try and model it slightly differently. So they're going to come down here. And it's not going to be fully connected. We're going to separate this off using the hedges again. So come on, hedges. Hedges like that, all the way to the end. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put in some small warehouses. My game is lagging quite a bit again. I think the PC just can't handle the amount of beavers. So we'll put some in there, and then we'll put some in here, and then we don't really have like tables for beavers, so I can't really like put somewhere for them to eat, but we can put some benches in, and that will kind of have to suffice as like a beaver eating area. So we will put all of our foods in here. Well, not all of them. Maybe actually just the posh ones. You want to be able to get the good stuff here, don't you? Yeah, we'll put all the good ones in here. Bread. I quite like berries and sunflower seeds. And so we're on to the main event. So I might actually cull these paths a bit at the end. They don't need to be so sticky out, do they? So goodbye, goodbye. We could even extend the hedges around a little bit. So we'll pop that off. So landscaping. Not landscaping. Put that there and pop that there. And I might need to pause that and that so they can actually get to this build it. Before we carry on too far with that, let's go down here. Underground again. And see how they're getting on with this. I do just need to keep chasing the path. And I also need to chase this. So detonate. High priority. So are we miles off? We're a little bit off. And then we come in under like so. Yeah, that's fine. See, I said it would be relatively painless. It's not been horrendous, has it? Watching me do put more power in. So that's kind of gone in. So you need to be making. I'm going to put maple pastries because I want to see more maple pastries made. But you're definitely going to be doing grilled potatoes because that's like fair food. Blueberries, carrots, bread. I don't know. We will just put all the foods in just so they have different colours. So let's just come over here and check how this is going on. Is this all of this in now? Oh, look at that. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Another windmill array. And so that is connected. So we can delete that. So we can put in... We can put a power in there to connect all of that to the network. So when I click on this aquifer, stuff over there should light up. Oh, it's not connected yet, is it? Okay. So, how is Beaver Soho Farmhouse going in? It's not bad, is it? Let's put in some roofs. So we'll put some roofs in there, nice and long roofs, you know, to make it look the part. I think this looks quite nice so far. And so we're going to come on to the main event. We're coming on to the mud pits. And we will put these in. So these are going to be put in facing outwards. So we're going to have them facing outwards, like so that you can look over. However, we are also going to make them lovely and covered. Oh, I don't like that. That's too low. I think we need to be a little bit higher. So let's delete that. And let's put in... Should we put in some single platforms, like so? We might have to put scaffolding in for this, a temporary. And then we'll come back to these. Now, is that like a nice hot tub setting? And what we're going to do is we're going to roof this. We are going to roof this well. So... Does that... Oh, it's just... It's one off. How many have I got? Ah, we are actually short. We should have one more at the end. So if I put in another... If I put another in... Oh no, I need the platform first now. Not like so. So, we could put in... How can I make this look good? I didn't think about this until... I didn't think about the roofing until... So we can do that like that in the centre. And then we could... it doesn't really work, does it? Unless... pause. Unless we have... Unless the outside ones are like sort of kind of semi-exposed. You know, like a bit like bougie, kind of like... I don't know, posh... Sort of covered, but not covered. I think that could work. So, if we then go back in with the other roofs, we won't yet. Will we? Will we not? I do need to build this somehow. I also don't like how that's not centered. Okay. It's all coming out because it's not centered. So, landscaping. Pop you in there. So, back to hot tubs. I don't really mind. I don't really bother with aesthetics. However, if I'm going to do this, I might as well do it properly. And then we're going to go back to the platforms. It might also make it easier for me to actually access the thing to build it. Honestly, you think I'd know where things are in this game by now. Pop them there. And let's just let them get on with that for now. And then we'll come back to that. So, detonate. Is that all the way down? Yeah, so it is actually... Yeah. Get that built. I want to put the carousel in before we carry on with this so I can see what this looks like. Because I'm not loving this so far. I mean, I like this little bit. I'm not loving this. It looks too uniform, too straight. I'm not sure. So if I click this aquifer now... Why are you not connected? connect it to a power generator. You're connected to the grid, aren't you? So we have to now chase this one by one, which isn't too bad because we're only coming to there. However, I'm concerned that these aren't actually connected to the... You are connected to the grid, aren't you? All... No, you're not. Because that's not... Because, okay, that's fine. I can actually delete that now. And just put that in. And then we're going to come and cover this. We'll cover this in dirt anyway in a minute. And then that will have served its job. But anyway. Where am I going? Yep, so delete that. Loads of vertical power shafts. Pop that there. I may actually delete all of that and just put a windmill in there, because sometimes there are like windmills, or I'm sure I've been to a fair where there was a windmill. But anyway, we're going to come in with the entertain, the well-being. I want 2 of these, I think, because 1 just isn't enough for our population. So I'm guessing it could go kind of there. Could it go kind of there? With a little bit of a... Well, it needs some steps up to it, doesn't it? So we can have 1 there. And then... Will that actually connect to power? I want to see it done before I commit to any more. How's Beaver Soho Farmhouse? Not bad. I do have to think about how I'm going to build this then. I think we're going to scaffold up here. Not like so. Also not like so. Does nobody come up here and use any of this? That's quite disappointing. Oh, he went in the hammock. The baby beaver went in the hammock. Not the kind of targeted demographic I was going for, but that'll do. Pop this here, pop this here. And then we're gonna... I mean, we might as well... What am I doing with roofs? The roofing. Maybe I could put a bulletin pole just to let them know what's on, like, today's schedule. Right, the roof. The roof, Scott. Put the roof in. Yes. Yes. And... Yes. So yes, I'm quite pleased with how that's kind of turning out. I mean, we could also put roofs over these park benches, but I mean, this is meant to be like a spa, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I could have actually sunk these into the ground, couldn't I? And then we could. No, that's not. We're not digging that out again. And how are they actually getting on down the bottom? I didn't check. Have they run out? They run out of road, not road, path. They're running out of path. And is this all connected now? So this is all connected. So these do, yeah. Network power supply is that. Power demand is that. One more power shaft, and we are connected. So these are connected to the network. Excellent. Also, in the comments, Jose pointed out to me, I'm sorry if that's not how you pronounce your name, I'm sorry if I've slaughtered it, that I have got 2 layers of carrots here, which is an absolute disgusting display of what is going on. So all of that's coming out, and we're going to replant it. Some of it can't be reached, which is going to be mildly triggering. Yeah, okay, so yeah, we will see what we can do about that, but it all does need to come out. And I do appreciate the comments. Thank you for all of your comments you've been putting on my videos. They have been great help, and you know, I'm really pleased that you want to comment and you enjoy watching what I'm doing. I've finished recording the first episode of the Iron Teeth playthrough, and I think that's going to be a really good one. There is definitely some moments on. There's going to be some moments on that map. It's going to be quite the challenge. So we'll put one in there, just because I kind of feel like it needs to have that. We could actually put another fence back here. Maybe that will make me feel a little bit happier about this. Maybe we fence that so it's kind of like stay out of our area. I mean, the scrap here I was going to get rid of, but I think it actually adds a real sort of like dynamic to it. Is that the right word? I think this grill probably should actually be for grilled chestnuts. In the game world, actually, because we don't have many. Everyone's just grilling potatoes. We need grilled chestnuts. We are not having many grilled chestnuts. So yeah, pretend it's doing baked potatoes at a fair, and you won't be far wrong. Cool. So let's put a. I mean, we could also put monuments up here as well, but I think that's a bit too much. If I was going to put a monument up here, it'd be a fountain of joy. Right, so roofs. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing roofs. So that's only one, so we can actually come in here and put. Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. That is no issue at all. They can probably reach that to put that in. And I am actually going to have to build some more scaffolding, aren't I? To put that in. So we'll let them put that in for a second. Please tell me beavers are coming up here to use the mud pits, otherwise this was just a waste of time. I need to prioritise these by haulers so they get the mud, don't I? That hasn't even been built yet. Oh, once again, treated planks, my nemesis. We are going to have to just actually put the effort in to get this built soon. Once I've done these projects, maybe we'll do that. So, how are they coming along? We're getting there. We are getting there. But this is all connected. And down here I did say we were going to cover this area. So let me drag it down. I'm hopeful they'll be able to build this from the inside if we do it right. So how do we want this? So the idea is that this shouldn't be able to be I'm guessing they build that like that, and then they build that like that, and then we might see if that works. And then if that was to chuck bad water out, it would just come over. If we say we had to emergency flush this, it would just come over the top. They can't reach any of that, can they? Maybe if I put I'm really sad that I put that in wrong. But it is what it is. Are you enjoying Beaver Soho Farmhouse, guys? And then we'll put in the roof pieces. No, not that one. That one. That one. I heard JC in one of his videos talking about a modular roofing mod, and I think that'd be really good. I might have to look and see if that's a thing, because I think the one thing that does lack in this game is the roofing features. I feel like you could, having something that's modular, a bit more drag and drop, might be a bit better. And I would also like to do something down here as well, but that one might be one for next episode, because I do need to finish this funfair like I said I was going to. How are they getting on down the bottom? It does just take time to build those shafts up. Oh, look at that. We can actually watch them finish that. And then, there you go. It would be connected. We can't have it completely. Should I fence this in as well, actually? Is that something that's good? So actually, let's make sure we do have enough power that's going to come off if we needed it to. So we'll put that there, and then what we'll do is we'll put a fence around the outside of this. I would like the Iron Teeth metal fences for this, but it just is what it is, isn't it? You can't. Beggars can't be choosers. This doesn't use treated planks, does it? No. And look at that, Beaver Soho Farmhouse has been built. I think the only other thing I would like to do, because this is meant to be like peak riverside property, isn't it? If I come over here and I pop in a thing here. And if I popped in... So, what we're going to do here, we are going to do... Obviously, they don't want to look. They want to look at something nice, so they're going to have terrain, and then they are going to have. So we'll pop the terrain blocks in like that, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put dams on top, and then what that'll do is that will hold some water back here during the bad tide. What was that? Oh yeah, I remember I was detonating that, wasn't I? That was the thing I was doing. And then I just got to remember what I'm doing. We were going to have sluices in, weren't we? And dams on the top. So, sluices and then dams. Yeah, and they can build that. So, the idea being that these will close above dams with a depth of 1.85. So, the water will... Where it can, it will flow into here, come through here, out here into the big reservoir, and then when it can't, it will flow back. So it's like a bi-directional. So it's fine. Let's detonate this, and that is powered. That is connected to the network. Excellent. I want another one. So power, and we'll put another one in there. How's this going on, guys? Lovely stuff. I wondered if we are building up any treated planks, or no, they are actually chucking stuff into this now. They haven't got that many projects to be doing, so they are. So we have 556 metal blocks. We need another 900. That's not being outpaced. We have enough gears. The gears will come in, and then treated planks we do not have enough of. So I was thinking this might be 2 more episodes. It's probably going to be 3 more episodes at this rate, because I haven't put in the production capacity for treated planks. So maybe we will just come in and rip the plaster off and have some more treated planks. We're producing enough planks now. The only trouble is we're using them for the mine. Oh Christ, how much scrap do we have? Looks like scrap is not outpacing production. Yeah, okay. Scrap is not outpacing. Pop that in there. Once again, another fence. And the detailer is in. Okay. Fake tattoo machines, as I'm calling them. And then hopefully this will keep this area greenified. So that the people of Beaver Soho Farmhouse can enjoy it. If you don't know what Soho Farmhouse is, it's like this, in Oxfordshire, it's like this kind of posh spa thing, and it's quite an in-joke around our area, so that's why I'm referring to it quite a bit. If you do like Soho Farmhouse, I don't know what to say, but yeah, no shame on you. We'll put that there. Do we want to put it one? No. Yeah, that can go there. I mean, we could have a path down the middle. No, we can't. Maybe we just have a path under this one. it's a fair. It's not gonna. It doesn't conform to safety standards. At least not the ones I've been to. Don't appear to anyway. And then if we put some fence bits around the side, so this might be a little bit harder to put in than the previous one. And so what else do we have? Dance hall, how big's that? Well, that does kind of fit. Yeah, okay, that could go there. I don't hate it. And then we could put in a larger food stall. Here. So this can be for carrots. I'm not giving any of these roofs. I want them to look kind of... Well, I gave that one a roof. But I'm... Do I give them roofs? Let's give them roofs. Let's give them roofs. What's this one for? Carrots. And so we just need a few drinks maybe. So we'll put that there. We'll put a couple of benches. Maybe rather than doing a fair next time, I should do like a theme park because it's a little bit easier maybe. A little bit easier. I feel like my vision hasn't really worked. I don't hate it, but I also don't particularly like it. So if we go for water, you can have some bad water. Maple syrup probably get used, and I don't know, biofuel. And then it kind of looks like a fair. It's not my best work. Does it do? Yes, it's fine. So that's in now. Lovely. We have 2.6 days left on our drought. So water, we are absolutely fine. Yeah, we have... Oh, they can get all of that. Excellent. So now I can come in and plant this properly. Thank you for pointing it out to me. It must have been bugging you, and it was... Once I saw it was bugging me. So we'll pop that there. Potato. Sunflower. Carrots. Wheat. Potato. No. Yeah, wheat potato. It is wheat potato, isn't it? Wheat potato, sunflower. And carrots. There we go. Lovely stuff. And does anybody actually... Oh, this I never connected this, did I? So this was just a complete waste of... Not complete waste, but now they can actually get to it. So we have extra storage. I feel like we probably could do a bit more maple syrup, but we are making the maple pastries now. We just don't have a full storage of them. How are you getting on with this? Loads of stuff is getting chucked in there, so that is good. Down here, I think we may look at next episode, and this is probably just going to be a continuation of the Beaver housing estate. It could be like actually. So this is the Beaver housing estate. This could be like, you know, like a storage depot. You know, like on the outside of like a British town, you have like, you got the housing estate, and right next to it you have a big, massive warehouse. Now, I'm not saying we're going to do that, but we could. I don't know if it fits the folktale aesthetics, that's all. I don't want to build like some multi-tiered, or do I? I mean, I could. We'll have a think on that. Let me know in the comments what you might think about doing that, because I think this is going to go on longer than I wanted to. Not that I wanted it to, because I want it to continue going on, but this is taking them ages to build, and we have to build the whole park area up here, and we have the monuments obviously we're going to put in, so I think it might take a while. But I'm pleased with what we've achieved here today. This looks good. I mean, I actually could have just... No, I couldn't have done. I mean, I could have put a sluice in so that it just fills up manually without having beavers working, but we have a reasonable amount of beavers. And we have this Beaver Fair. Oh, yes, what we also can do is, because in the UK warehouses tend to have raves, we can put the agoras down here as well. Yes, we are going to do that next episode. It might mean removing some of this around a bit. But we're going to do that. We are totally doing that. Okay. Warehouse Rave District. Next to the wind farm. We are going to do that. We are almost topped out on batteries. That's fine. That's good. And we have loads of lot. I mean, our industry's doing great. The only thing I would like to maybe do is... We don't have a lot of books, do we? Could I get another printing press on the go? Could I get another printing press on the go? And we'll get that to make books. Because we don't have a lot of books. And education is very important. I mean, we could actually take out one of these explosives factories now, couldn't we? Because we're not actually not using that for half as much. We're not using that for half as much as what we were. So where's the printing press? Pop that in there. Straight over there. So that has actually fully been cleaned out. So a lot of this farm, we probably don't need to be pumping out of there actually. That's probably a bit egregious. But we have this, it keeps some of this. And we also do have the really big farm over here, so I'm not concerned about food at all. Are you making the grilled chestnuts? Yes, you are. Are you? You're both making... so the out of town food production thing will have another grill. Because why not? Grilled chestnuts. I never actually used the beehives before. What do they actually do? Boost the growth of nearby crops. I mean, that seems like a reasonable amount of effort to put that in. But aesthetically speaking, maybe we should. I don't know. Let me know if you'd like to see the beehive put in. I'm just really waiting for the water to come through, and so we can make this look, you know, this lovely scenic mud bath resort. Maybe I should put a. Maybe I should have put. Ah, that's a good idea. What is a posh housing resort without, you know, like lodges? That's what is missing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in. What does a mini lodge look like? Oh, I don't like that. I could actually do with the row houses. Row house would be good. So if we put one there, and one there, so they're spaced. They're not pushed in against each other. We will pop a path. There, and to protect their privacy, we will put in a bit of a shrubbery. And what we may also do is we may also have lanterns for on the way in. We'll put a lantern here as well. And then we will put some roofs on them. That way, that way, that way. So these are like the posh lodges where, you know when you go on like a British posh holiday, and like it's got a hot tub out back. So that's nice. That's nice. And we're going to build the warehouse rave district down there tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Whenever I record the next video. I can't pause the mine yet because we still need we just need the more treated planks. Treated planks are really such an end game resource that I guess can't hurt, can it? And we are into cycle 29, day 1. Hopefully everything is still connected. We don't have any aquifer drama. You're pumping. You're pumping. You are also pumping. How are you getting on? You are also pumping. Excellent. So everyone's pumping out the water. So, who are these pumping? They are. Watch them go. So this is going to fill up, and this is going to be like a little retention basin for the posh beavers lakeside exploits. And we'll delete the paths to make it... Oh, actually. Wouldn't we do that? We would have... I'm going to envisage that they could actually see over this hedge that I'm about to put in. So there'd be like a nice little, you know... nice little hedge in front of the... Can they build that? Yes, they can. Oh, and they just need to build this last one as well. So yeah, so I'm very pleased with how this has turned out. I'm less so pleased with how this has turned out. However, it is fine. It is fine. It's just different, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe you hate it. Let me know if you do. I don't know how many workers that used. But we have created a few more, and we have the BHS and the outpatient clinic as well. So fingers crossed that will see production increase. Planks, we're just low on treated planks. They're just getting eaten up. They are just getting eaten up. Once we've got the metal blocks, I may pause the metal for a while just so we can chuck the treated planks in while we build the rave district down here. Once again, we are getting very close to the end of this playthrough. If there's something you want to see, I mean, I will probably have recorded the next video before this one goes out because it's Christmas and stuff next week. But if you do want to see something, I think this is 2 more videos. So this is probably, yeah. The next one I'll build the rave district, and then the last one hopefully we will finish Monument Park. And that will be it. So please do let me know what you would like to see. If you'd like to see anything at all, you don't have to see anything. If you're enjoying this, great, crack on. And look at this scenic beaver relaxation spa place that no beavers are using. Oh no, there's a couple. There's one beaver in there. So yeah, we are doing really well. The water is flowing in. The water's flowing in. We have so much food, so much water. I say we have so much water as everything gets pumped out, but we do have a lot of water. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this, please hit like and subscribe down below. It helps me out great. It lets me know you're enjoying what I'm doing, and I will see you next time for the Beaver Warehouse / Rave District. Hopefully it's going to be good. I mean, it might not, but hopefully it will be.